So now the work table is set. The plan is fixed on the working table with the plastic cover on top of the plan. Now before we begin, let's see how to use this plan. There are two colors here. This is a color plan. There is a green color and also a red color. Now here there is a see this here. It's mentioned green color parts are all pre-cut. Red color parts you need to cut to size, which means the kit that you have with the moth, that the kit is having two kinds of parts. 90% of the parts are all pre-cut. That is, the parts are already cut to the actual size. Now certain straight line parts like these spars here, the horizontal spars and also the inner cross spars, which are of straight line here, these ones are all not cut to size. Okay, and there are extra spars given in different sheets that again is mentioned in the sheets. So we need to take those strips of balsa and then measure this length and then cut them to size. So that's how we use this plan sheet. Okay, so now let's get started. So first is the nose side part, and like all our hobby science kits, all parts are numbered. The sequence at which they should be built is numbered. This is the first, second, third, fourth, fifth and sixth, seventh, eighth. So it's all mentioned in the sequence, so we will go by that. The first is from sheet 3. Sheet 3 is here. This is sheet 3 and the nose side part is here. Take one. There are two sets again. Take one. So pin this to the work table. Pin this part over to the work table using the T-pins. Use two pins so that it does not swing on a single pin. The two pins, let it be spaced out and not towards the edge, somewhere in the middle of the wood. You can see this here, one pin is here and the other pin. Now the second is the tail part, that is from sheet 5. This is sheet 5. The tail parts two are there. One is here and the other one is here. So just take one for now. Keep it here. And just the tail part alone, what you do is use only one pin. The third is this top longeron, the smaller of the longerons from sheet 3. That's here in this sheet. We'll remove it. Remove only one as much as possible. The parts are loose, it may fall, but try to remove only one, because you may create a lot of clutter if you remove more than the required part. Yes. So the orientation you can check by seeing the drawing. There are some triangular interlocking marks there, so use them for knowing what is the correct orientation of each part. Keep it here. There also, front also it is locking with the nose part. Once it has locked, just apply glue over the point of contact The glue is so thin. It is such a thin glue, it will run into that gap and then form a bond. Okay. Next is that is the third. Fourth is again another thing from sheet 2. Sheet 2 is here. So we will break that out. Again one at a time. Don't take more. And just keep it oriented correct. There is a groove here, so overlap with the plan. And apply just one drop of glue and hold for 2 to 5 seconds. It will dry. Yeah. That is the fourth. Fifth is the cabin first pillar. That is from sheet 2. Sheet 2 is here. Now this is cabin first pillar. So just take one out, two again are there here. Keep it and apply glue on two sides. One is on the connecting where this is connecting to the top small longeron and the bottom longeron. And sixth is the triangular gusset that is there in sheet 1. Sheet 1 is the rib sheet, and on the rib sheet you also have these triangular gussets. You see this? These are the triangular gussets. Just take about 2 like this and take 1 from there again. Yes. So this is the triangular gusset. That is part 6, the step 6. Keep it in place tight and then apply glue. Again, as I said, the glue is so thin it will run into the gap. Okay. So now the 7th is the fuselage top and bottom longerons from sheet 2. Sheet 2 is here. We will take the top and bottom longerons. Again, these are 2 sets are there. So just carefully take only 1 set out. 2 of each are there, 1 for each side. So now we are building only one side. So carefully just this is the bottom longeron. This is the top longeron. So do it one at a time. Let's do the top longeron now. Align it to the front first. Keep it on the plan, exactly aligning it to the plan. The part should overlap with the plan. Apply 1 drop of glue. Yes, and here again the bottom longeron. Before you apply glue at the back, both the longerons attach at the front, top and bottom, after aligning them with the plan, overlapping them with the plan. Okay. Now what you do is come to the back side, remove the pin holding the last part, and then just align them like this. See this? First align them like this, apply glue, and here again hold it and apply 1 drop, just 1 drop. That is much more than sufficient. Okay, now the outline is done. Quickly now we can do is the cabin B pillars. That is 8th, 7th we have done the 7th step. 8th step is, this is from sheet 3. Sheet 3 is here. Okay, so here the parts are there. The cabin pillars from sheet 3. There are totally 4, 2 for each side. So these are the cabin pillars. Take one at a time and then glue it between the top and bottom longerons. Okay, now that is done. Next is 8th step we have done. 9th is the motor anchor, this one with a hole. Motor anchor is from sheet 5. Sheet 5 is here. Motor anchor 2 are there, 1 and 2. 2 motor anchors are there, take just one. There are these 3 vertical spars here. Okay, so take them out. Okay, it's taken. There are these grooves given, so push them into that against the triangular markings. That's the reference point. Apply one drop glue at the top, one at the bottom, and repeat it for the others. Now there is something, that's another hole that is there, that is another set of parts which are hand drawn. This is an improvement that we have made to this model. You can have two motor anchors to balance the correct center of gravity. Okay, take this part and then glue it. Again, it's one for each side. Now the fuselage is done. Let's do the red parts. These are red parts which we need to cut to size. This is mentioned from cut from extra spars from sheet 3. This is a sheet 3 2 mm spar. So to cut to size, keep it like, just keep it here and then take the knife and then just on the outline of the spar where it is going to fit, just make a small mark and then cut it deep. Check the fitment. If the fitment is a little bit too much, then use the sandpaper. You need to use sandpaper like this, fold it around like this, and then just slightly, if you rub, it will get reduced in size. And you have some red spars here also. This is again from sheet 4, that is 11th. These are smaller spars which are from sheet 4. Sheet 4 is here. These are the smaller spars. So take one spar out, gently just remove the attachment where the spar is attached. Yes. Take the measurement, keep it like this. See where, how much length you need, and then just make a mark with knife and it will get just cut. Yes. Apply 2 drops of glue. Apply 1 drop of glue and wait for 2 seconds. Okay. Now this part is having a tapered endings. So what you do is take the sandpaper and then hold it at an angle and keep rubbing. Now you get a, see this, you get a tapered ending, so keep it there. Yeah, and here again at an angle you cut this. So you see this now, here again it's tapered, here is tapered. So this kind of a tapered ending is required for the plane to have good, for the structure to be strong. We have completed one side of the fuselage. Same way, what we need to do is remove this from the board, remove this part from the board, and then do the other side of the fuselage. But before removing, we need to attach the fuselage nose top and nose bottom. This is the nose top and the nose bottom. The nose top and bottom are in sheet 5. So we'll attach that now. The nose top part is here. Here, this is the nose top. So take that out, nose top, and this is the nose bottom, so take that also out. So we will attach these two parts before we remove this one side of the fuselage. This has to be at 90 degrees to the table. Now there is a opening groove here, notch, and there is a excess groove and notch arrangement, so keep it exactly like this. Okay, and ensure that it is at 90 degrees. Check from this angle, from here it has to be at 90 degrees, exactly 90 degrees. And if it is a bit too much, then this is when you use the sandpaper to reduce the thickness of the wood. Ensure that it is at 90 degrees. It's fitting exactly there on the fuselage nose. This is very critical because this is where the propeller is going to sit, the propeller nose block is going to sit. And in that corner, apply glue. Yes, and hold it for about 2 to 5 seconds. And take your hand off. Now it is attached. Now before you can fix the new fuselage nose bottom, remove these pins because they will just obstruct. So the fuselage nose top bottom, keep it at 90 degrees, apply glue and just leave it. Yeah. Now once it has dried, take the scale and slide it under the frame that has been done and slowly move the scale upwards, front towards the front, and the part will come out. Okay, you see this? We have done one side of the fuselage with the nose, top and bottom also attached. Yeah. Now the same way do the other side of the fuselage here, and then we will join the two sides of the fuselage.